Good morning, students. In the last lecture we have seen that table of algebra of statements, and all the laws are very important. And means today we are going to see that exercise based on that laws only. Okay, so we will see exercise 1.4, and this exercise for commerce students is exercise 1.9. Okay, so what is question? Let us see. Using the rules of negation, write the negations of the following statements with justification. Okay, we have to use the rules of negation, and you have to find out the final answer, but while solving you have to give the justification of each step. That means you have to tell that which law we are using in which step. Okay, so first question, negation Q implies P. So using rules of negation means we have to, so let us see the solution. Here we have to take negation of the whole statement. So this equivalent to negation of this complete statement, means negation of this, negation Q implies P. So let us distribute this negation. So equivalent, next step, this equivalent to negation of negation Q or negation of P. Which law we are using here? Negation of implication. So by that law here this will come negation of negation Q or negation of P. So this equivalent to negation of negation Q is Q, or negation P this as it is, and here its reason is negation of negation Q is equivalent to Q. So here we are using, first in the first step we have used negation of implication, which we have seen already, and here in second step we have used negation of negation Q is equivalent to Q. Okay, so while solving you have to take negation of complete statement, and then you have to use the implication law, or whichever law you are using. Next, second one, P or negation Q and R. So this implies negation of, first negation of this complete statement. Next here negation of P and negation of Q, negation Q or negation of R. What we are using here? Negation of disjunction. Negation of disjunction, here we are using negation of disjunction for this statement, and this will be as this will become or negation negation R. This is here. So for this step we are using negation of disjunction. So what it will come? Negation of P and negation of negation Q or negation of R. So by negation of disjunction, please go through all that rules while solving the problems. So next step will be this equivalent to negation P as it is, and negation of negation Q will be Q, or negation of R as it is. So here reason is negation of negation Q is equivalent to Q. Next step is this equivalent to negation P and Q or negation R. So this is the final answer. What we have used here? We have used again in this first step we have used negation of disjunction, and then we have used negation of negation Q is equivalent to Q. Here we are using negation of disjunction. Okay, so let us see next third problem, negation of P or negation of Q or P and negation Q. So first step is we always take negation of complete statement. So negation of this complete statement. Okay, so actually this reason should be for this step. Okay, so negation of negation P or negation Q and negation P and negation Q. What we are using? Again here we are using negation of disjunction. Okay, negation of disjunction. So while taking negation, this OR will become AND. So next step is this equivalent to negation of negation P. So we are separating this negation, and then here it will be negation of negation P, this OR will become and negation of negation Q, and again here we are separating this negation P, this AND will become OR, and this will be negation of negation Q. Okay. So negation of negation P is P, this AND as it is, negation of negation Q is Q, this AND as it is, and then negation of P will be as it is, and this negation of negation Q will be Q. Okay. So here you can write the reason negation of negation P is equivalent to P. Okay. So in this manner you have to solve this kind of problems. Okay. So next question, rewrite the following statements without using if then. Okay, we have to rewrite this statement without using if and then. Okay. So question, if a man is a judge, then he is honest. So we have to write this statement without using if then. Okay. And what is that statement? If a man is a judge, then he is honest. So first, what is we will write the statements from this. What is P? P is man is a judge. Second, Q is Q statement is he is honest. So given statement is in the form of P implies Q. Yes, of course, because if then words are here in this statement. But we know that P implies Q is equivalent to what? Negation P or Q. So this is conditional law. So the given statement can be written as, we can write this statement in this form now, because P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So we have to use this statement. So negation P means, while writing statement, man is not a judge because it is negation P, and here it is OR. So disjunction. So or he is honest. So what is that statement? Man is not a judge or he is honest. Okay. So here we are how we are writing this if without using if then? By using conditional law. And what is conditional law? P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So we are writing that statement in this form. Okay. Next question, if f of 2 is equal to 0, then f of x is divisible by x minus 2. If f of 2 is equal to 0, then f of x is divisible by x minus 2. P, what is P statement? Again this means original statement is in the form of if then, and we have to write it without using if then. So P will be f of 2 is equal to 0, Q is f of x minus 2 is f of x is divisible by x minus 2. So given statement is in the form of P implies Q. Okay. So but P implies, and we know that P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So the given statement can be written as f of 2 is not equal to 0 because it is negation P, that is f of 2 is not equal to 0, or f of x is divisible by x minus 2. Okay. So here what we have used, we are using this conditional law. Okay. So while what is conditional law? P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So in that manner we are writing statements P and Q. Okay. So next question, question 3, without using truth table, prove that first P double implication Q is equivalent to P and Q, or negation P and negation Q. So we, without using truth table, we have to prove this LHS is equal to RHS. Let us take LHS P double implication Q. This equivalent to what? P implies Q and Q implies P. This is, we are using biconditional law from that table. P implies Q and Q implies P. This is biconditional law. This equivalent to negation P or Q and negation Q or P. Here we are using conditional law. This equivalent to negation P and negation Q. We are combining this to negation P and negation Q. This or as it is, we will take or as a common, and P and Q, P and Q. Okay. So here we are using distributive law. So what we are doing here, negation P and negation P and negation Q, this we are taking common, and P and Q, or you can write it here it as Q and P also. So this is, here we have used distributive law. So P and Q or negation P and negation Q, this is commutative law. So here we have proved this. This is equal to RHS. Student, this problem, there is some correction in this problem. So do not solve this problem. I will find out what is the mistake in this problem. Okay. So after that I will send it on group. Okay. So for now don't solve this problem. There is some mistake in this original problem. Okay. Next, P or Q and P or negation Q is equivalent to P. So let us consider LHS P or Q and Q P or negation Q. So P, let us take P as a common. So P or Q and negation Q. Here we have used distributive law. So P or Q and negation Q is F. This is complement law. So this P or F is P by identity law. Okay. So here we have used different types of laws. Okay. So in this manner you have to solve without using truth table. Okay. So students, for science students, switching circuit I am going to take it while giving practical of mathematical logic, and in the same manner for commerce students, last exercise, that is for you, that part is of means last exercise, and also last exercise means that kind of problems I am going to take for while giving the practical for mathematical logic. For science and commerce students, last exercises are different. So for now I am not going to take that that part. While giving practical I will take that part thoroughly, and then only I am going to give that practical of that mathematical logic chapter. So from next lecture we will start with the new chapter. Okay. Thank you. And students, go through all the concepts. Okay. Because concepts are very important in mathematical logic, and go through different type of problems. Read that problems very carefully, questions very carefully, what we have to do, which laws you have to use, which identities you have to use. So please be careful while solving the problems. Start solving exercises and solve examples also. Okay. Thank you.